There are some times when stuff is so heavy, stuff is so hard, stuff is so impossible that we got to add fasting to prayer. Some things are so hard that they require both. Let me give you an example. It's in the 9th chapter of Mark. You go to the 9th chapter of Mark, and when you get in that 9th chapter, you'll find out that Jesus had been up on the mountain of what we call the Mount of Transfiguration. And there, while he was there with Peter, James, and John, his face was transfigured, transformed. It's just, a glow about him. So much so that Moses was there, Elijah was there, Jesus was there, but a voice came from heaven saying that this is my son, hear him. And so you know the story of how Peter was so happy to be up on the mountain. He said, this is good, this is good. We should stay up here. Matter of fact, what we should do is we should build some tents. Let's build some, some huts. Let's bring our RVs up here and we can stay up here. But Jesus said, no, you can't do that. And they found themselves leaving that high and holy space of transfiguration, having to go down in the valley. When they get in the valley, they see a crowd of people. Because don't forget, Jesus took Peter, James, and John, but the other 9 disciples were still down at the foot of the mountain. With the 9 disciples, and surrounding them was a man with a son. This man had a son who had been possessed by demons and devils, and these demons would come on him, and they would make him roll around on the floor and fall in the fire. It was terrible. The man brought his son to the disciples while the others were up on the mountain and asked them to cast the demon out, but they couldn't do it. So when Jesus came down, they brought the son to him, and Jesus said, bring the boy to me, which they did. Jesus cast out the demon. The boy got healed. Everybody got excited. It was wonderful. Everybody clapped, said, wow, 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 look, Jesus, he's amazing. He's wonderful. He's powerful. And then after that was all over, when the crowd died down, they went in the house and they said, that was something you did, Lord. But while you were up on the mountain, we did everything we knew how to do to get rid of that demon. Why couldn't we do it? You just kind of spoke a word or touched the child and it was gone, but we couldn't do anything. And here's what Jesus says. He says this powerful phrase in 9:29. He said, this kind can come out by nothing but prayer and fasting. When you get to the heavy stuff, when you get to the stuff, the serious stuff, when you get to the things that you really, really, really need the power of God to do, prayer is not enough. There are some times when stuff is so heavy, stuff is so hard, stuff is so impossible that we got to add fasting to prayer.